The following may contain graphic or disturbing content that is not suitable for all audiences. The events discussed are presented for educational and analytical purposes only. All individuals involved are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Viewer discretion is advised.
Bung! Did I do it?
You did it.
I did it.
You did a thing. I'm going to take these off. We are going to address the hippopotamus in the room.
Oh, Fiona.
No, my forehead.
Oh.
Which looks like the skin of a hippo because it is, for our visual watchers, is very bright red because I was outside getting a sunburn.
That'll happen.
It will happen if I go outside to get the mail, apparently. It takes like all of 15 minutes for me to get a sunburn. And today I was out for hours. And for our visual watchers, you can see it go from red to white to red. Anyway.
Well, I could think about the sun and I'd probably get a sunburn or at least some more freckles.
It's crazy. It's a little shiny. There's some stuff on it for burn cream. So you do not need to change your dials or settings on your phone or computer or television or wherever you're viewing.
I feel like sometimes I should give my coworkers some burn cream for all the resin I give them.
Yeah. Yeah, or some wet wipes for their hurt butts. It's like baby wet wipes or something. Don't they make those with aloe now? So, episode 20.
20.
Yeah, we are there. So we are going to do quite a few things. We will talk about the previous episode, and then we will roll into the new one, which is going to be the most boring episode ever. It is, really. It is going to be my interpretation, my video clips I could find, because generally speaking, the boring clips don't get released.
Right.
Nobody wants to see that. They want to see the chases and the shootings. And, that's the stuff that the public freaks out about. So police release so that they can watch it. And then the public goes, "Ooh, maybe they didn't do anything wrong." And then that's it. But they never go, hey,
you know what? I bet there's some huge nerd that's like, I would love to watch some cop in the last couple hours of their shift, 3 reports deep, drinking their cold 7-Eleven coffee that they forgot about.
Monster energy drinks.
Yeah. And some stale beef jerky they found in their war bag or that someone left in the car, which is always a dangerous game.
That is and if you want to play the most dangerous game.
Reach under the car seat.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, drink something from the back seat.
Oh, no.
From the cage.
Anytime anything fell down the front seat and you had to go in between the seats or under,
that's gone.
You're going to lose your hand.
It's
the
gone.
Monsters are under there. It's like when you don't wear socks to bed and your feet are sticking out of the blankets.
No, that was you growing up and only you. I don't think anybody else is going to feel the same way about that.
You only have to accidentally grab one styrofoam cup full of chew spit to learn that lesson.
I mean, it's just anything.
Yeah.
There's food goes down there, drinks go down there, chew.
We thought an animal had crawled up in our engine and died.
Boogers.
And we couldn't figure out what it was. And it was somebody's disgusting protein shake that had spilled and was half open.
Yeah, that's normal.
Gross.
That's normal. So
anyway,
that has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about today. Except, to go back to your point, there probably are some nerds out there that watch live PD and cops and all that. But even then, they very specifically on live PD or whatever it's called now, I think it's called something else, they switch to where the action is. They never just show the officer sitting there doing his, like you said, 4th accident report and, dealing with the kind of idiot neighbor disturbance or noise complaint or whatever. It's always something big.
Their fence line is a quarter of a centimeter over what
And
I thought my property line was.
They trimmed my bush over their fence. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite. They're my favorite call I ever got in the community service capacity was this person had called the police to report a disturbance, and they were upset the police wouldn't take this report. And they came to me angry. Well, my neighbor's tree, their pine cones fell on to my lawn.
Yes.
So I would like them to get a ticket for littering and trespassing. And then my second favorite one was the person who was mad that their neighbor was snow blowing during the snowstorm, and the snow went onto their snow yard. So that's like
capital crime. That is death penalty.
This is like 90% of the actual cop calls.
Right. Which is the theme of today.
90%
90% of police work is nothing.
Yep.
And so for today, we're going to view nothing things. No chases, no pursuit, no foot chases, no pursuits in vehicles, no pitting, no guns out, no.
It's going to be like the last 5 years of my life at meetings.
It is going to be the most boring episode ever. And so there you have it. Now, last week, episode 19, so we hit a milestone of 20. And I think, just to be funny, I made it the most boring episode. You would think, like 20, oh, yeah, it's going to be an exciting, milestone episode. Nope. It's the most boring episode.
But I think that's good to have, like, the reality that it's not all driving fast and kicking doors.
Right. Yeah, it's not all weapons and stabbings. And so, the last episode, we had the basic food groups, if you remember that.
I do.
And
it was not donuts and 7-Eleven.
No, you have a different understanding now of the law enforcement basic food groups, which so should everybody if they watch that episode. We're talking guns, drugs, warrants. Those are the basic food groups that you look for when you're out there. And so we did a number of clips. So we started with the Iran blockade. We'll do the same thing because I found a couple new clips that were just put out that kind of show. If you remember, we did the clip where they're like radioing from the helicopter and then they start shooting like at a ship or whatever. We're going to go to some boarding videos.
Is boring or boarding? Is this going to be like,
see,
we're going to board and then try to read this map?
Channel
map.
They are boarding videos, but they are boring boarding videos. So I did that on purpose. I promise you, these are videos of the Marines or, whoever's coming down from the helicopters. They're going to rappel onto the ships and then they're going to take over the ships, but you're not going to see any action. It's boring stuff.
I like it.
So, but last week we did the shooting at it and helicopter flying in front of it and all that stuff.
Right.
And then we went into NYPD, those two clips that were kind of connected together, which were the guns. So they recovered the guns on the two guys. We went into 3 Atlanta videos.
Hotlanta.
Yep. And we are not doing any Atlanta videos today.
Ooh, how about Houston?
No.
Well,
because that's where the action is. Because it's boring. We got to go to a boring place, and we're going to go to a boring place like Firestone, Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
But we did the cluster F kind of contact. That was the one where the door was open in the parking lot. They went up and they contacted the people in the car, juveniles with guns, and then mom showed up, and then the juvenile ran away.
And then the mom also got arrested.
And then she got arrested. Yep. So we did that video clip. Then we did the traffic stop, and then they smelled marijuana. But then after they hooked him up, the guy's like, I saw him on TV, Live PD or whatever, right? So that's how they ended up figuring out who he was. And he had like a homicide and robbery warrant or something.
Right, out of Florida or something.
Some other.
Georgia.
Georgia, yeah, something like that. And then we did the raid on the drug festival or whatever you want to call it.
Drug Fest 2026.
Yeah. So that was like 50 arrests, 9 recovered vehicles or 9 weapons, and then like 13 or something recovered. I don't know. I don't remember all the numbers, but they recovered a ton of stuff because they roll up, helicopter cars, SWAT, like literally everybody rolls up to this place, warehouse. They raid it, and then like 100 people go out the back and start running, and they catch a bunch of them, and then they search the warehouse, and the video shows them kind of searching through, and they get boxes and boxes and thousands of pounds of stuff.
Right.
Mushrooms, marijuana, money, all sorts of stuff. Guns.
Food groups.
Food groups, yeah. And like I said, watching that video, I guarantee at least one of them had a warrant. So they had to have gotten every food group on that call. But anyway, that was the last episode. This episode, again, is going to be
a snooze fest.
The most boring episode ever. It is going to be 90% of police work.
I don't know. You did tell me there's an animal, so it's probably going to be at least 1% exciting for me.
Well, cute, maybe for you.
Exciting and cute.
It is a cute animal.
Oh,
I don't necessarily think it's cute, but you will.
Is it a possum? You know, they're my favorite.
No, those are ugly.
They're so cute.
Yeah. So
it is not. Mouths.
It is basically a possum. Cuter. You'll see.
Okay.
But and for our viewers, they'll also see. Our listeners will not see. We'll just have to talk about it.
Just talk about how cute it is.
Talk about how cute it is.
Making little Rico noises.
Yeah, a little. While he's eating grapes or whatever the hell he eats.
Corn.
Yeah. So anyway.
It's a Cincinnati Zoo reference, guys. Check it out.
Joe Bob says, check it out.
I am wearing my Joe Bob socks.
You are.
So it had to happen.
You are. And we just watched a very strange Joe Bob.
Twofer. Double feature.
Double fisted feature because it was very strange.
Vixen and the Revenge of Vixen.
Yeah. Or was it Super Vixens?
Super Vixens.
Super Vixens. Yeah. And every character, every female character was named Super something. Yeah.
We were not expecting this, guys. We did not do our research.
No proper research.
We enjoy Joe Bob and his rants, so.
Joe Bob was there.
It was great. I got my doll signed. And
Darcy the mail girl was there. Mm-hmm. They presented a slideshow. Then they rolled into 2 movies by one director. Mm-hmm. And they were not movies I thought we would be watching.
In a packed theater full of people.
I was expecting like horror movies, and they are more like horror movies. And so Joe Bob said 3 stars, check them out. But I don't know that I would... Or maybe you said 4 stars.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I would not say check them out. You can skip those 2 movies.
Yeah.
I think those are necessary in your life. But anyway. Yeah, we're getting off course again. So we are going to start with this 2 video clips. And we didn't change the system. It's still the same, but extra clips first, then we do kind of the breakdown clips, and then I also add an extra clip at the end, which is new. But I thought we needed a little something
to wake the folks up.
Yeah, kind of get people excited. Oh, stop reading ahead.
I didn't.
That's exactly what it's about. Waking folks up.
Because you said a little clip at the end, and I can read your mind. So
all right, well, yeah, we do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch the first 2 clips, which are going to be based out of the Indian Ocean. It's going to be
the most boring of the oceans.
It's a pretty boring ocean. There should be one called Boring Ocean. See, like Pacific, Atlantic, boring.
It's like the Bering Strait.
Boring Strait. Well, anyway, not there. Okay, Indian Ocean. And it's going to involve a ship called the Majestic X.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like an oil tanker ship that's stateless and tries to go through the kind of the line there where they kind of blockaded everything. Mm-hmm. And they get contacted by U.S. military.
Motor vessel Majestic X, we intend to conduct the boarding of your vessel.
Yeah. So what you're seeing for viewers, what you're not seeing for listeners, is a big tanker ship, and a bunch of Marines coming down on rappel lines onto the ship, and then doing their little search. And so you can kind of see this little kind of frozen shot here. They're all kind of searching and going through, and just doing the most boring shipboarding ever. And then we are going to watch the second clip, which does a kind of an interesting view of from the soldier, from the Marine, the soldier, the whatever they are, Air Force, I don't know.
They're wearing like GoPros or something.
Yeah, one of them's got one on, and so you get that view, which is kind of cool. So it's all first person, third person, whatever. And then you'll see him like getting on the ropes and all that stuff. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Neat little view.
Something you don't get to see.
That's the rotors from the helicopters. And they lower down, and then they board.
Do we know why they boarded them?
Because they ran the blockade.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
So when they go through the blockade, then they get stopped. If you remember in last episode, they ordered them to turn around.
Yeah.
And then they didn't, so they started shooting the engine or whatever, like the back end of the ship or whatever. And then that would have happened. So the boarding would have then followed.
Is there any follow-up info ever on like why they ran the blockade or what happened after the fact?
I think because they're dumb.
Huh.
If I had to guess. I mean, you got U.S. military telling you to turn around or acknowledge or, whatever.
Do anything
other than what you're currently doing. And they continue to do that now.
Right.
I mean, we've talked in previous episodes about legalities and different things. It's international waters. So anybody can technically do anything, kind of. And there's even like weird laws when it comes to like murder.
Oh, I know, because of Arrested Development and the maritime law.
I don't know if it's because of Arrested.
No, that's why I know.
Okay. But,
all of my maritime law comes from Arrested Development.
Interesting. But for listeners or viewers that don't know, if you commit a murder in international waters, generally they base it off of the ship's origin, who prosecutes. So while it's not their property per se, they're out in the ocean, they are the kind of determining kind of place.
Right.
Now, when it's a stateless ship, doesn't belong to anybody, doesn't register anywhere, whatever, then they can use the people, their origin.
Okay.
So you murder someone in the international waters on a ship that's not registered or whatever.
You're a pirate.
Because you want to do piracy. You, as an American citizen, may be tried in America or the U.S. Or if you kill an American or let's say an Italian, then Italy could prosecute you. So it really just depends. Now, anyway, we're getting off course, but the ships are kind of told what to do and go back or, don't enter or come to a stop so we can inspect or whatever they're doing. And if they don't, then generally they get boarded. And so there you go.
All right.
You got to see that. More exciting, I think, that was than what we're about to see.
Oh.
But I should say, from a military standpoint, boarding a ship like they did is actually pretty exciting.
I bet.
What wasn't exciting was sitting on the deck of the ship, kind of just staring off into the ocean, which is what I did a lot of.
I mean, it could be exciting if there's like narwhals.
Nope, none of those.
Orcas.
No, none of those. No whales. No, nothing. It was just staring out at nothing. Yeah, over a machine gun. That's what I did. But anyway, of course, we are going to go to Daytona, Florida. And Daytona, on 4/17/26, is going to do a traffic stop. And is going to pull someone over for doing donuts. Or burnouts, I should say. I think it's both. And it's going to be pretty boring.
All right.
Why are you doing burnouts on a public roadway?
Yeah, boo.
I'm sorry, I was told to.
Give me a good reason.
He was told to.
We didn't.
Because you were told to. So
no,
who told
we,
him to?
We were not. We didn't try to.
You
This is my
didn't
first
try
time
to on a
driving my
completely
buddy's truck.
dry road. The road is completely dry. It's not wet, but you didn't mean to.
So,
All right, give me your license, registration, proof of
I do
insurance.
not.
So,
Kids.
dumb, way too much sun is what he's doing. He's been out. You can see he's tanned up. He's spending way too much time in the sun. I am going to lose probably 14 brain cells from my sunburn, but he's definitely lost a bunch. And clearly can't answer normal questions like, why did you just do something?
I was told to, and it's my first time driving.
I was told to. It gets
Oh.
worse. It gets worse because then he asks for driver's license, registration, insurance, pretty basic. And he says,
I have my
Why?
because I don't normally drive.
What do you mean you don't normally drive?
I don't drive.
I like man boob in the back there.
Moobs.
Moobs, who's shirtless. And it's gross. But this one says he does not normally drive. And so he does not have his license with him. It's not his car, so he's not going to have registration or
I
insurance.
have buddies' vehicles. I normally just ride with them, but they're intoxicated.
So where's your license at?
I left it at
Your insurance.
He's trying to be the DD.
Your registration.
He
This
is.
is on my
He
truck.
is.
Where is your insurance at?
I don't have insurance on the truck.
Okay, so another citation. Awesome.
You can write the citation to me.
Hmm. Hmm.
I just bought it today.
Well, here's the
Oh,
thing.
what a
is
guy.
He's driving. He's the one that did the burnout. So
He goes, you can write it to me. And he goes, no, you did the burnout. He's driving. He goes, yeah, you're right. Screw my friend. Dumb friend. But anyway, he's trying to do the right thing, I guess, right?
Mhm.
They'll drive the drunk idiots home.
Right.
It's like they want to go through the drive-thru and get some flapjacks. If you get that reference, you are a true fan of this channel, of this podcast.
he's getting the citations.
Is it too early for
And
flapjacks?
your ID's out of Florida?
Yes.
All right, and when I run you, you're going to have a valid license, right?
Nope.
I should. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I normally drive.
He says, I don't know.
I've just been working.
Okay. All right, ID card. So he does not have a license.
No kidding.
Wah, 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 wah. So,
Called that the second he walked up to that car.
yeah. His you can slowly see, we started watching the Boys
Mm-hmm.
show. And when I don't want to give away anything that people haven't seen, but the brain leaking out of there.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. So you could see
His brain leaking.
His brain leaking out of his ears because he's smart.
So his friends say they live down the street, they can go ahead and just try to arrange a ride. They're going to get a ride. Yeah. Step out of the car for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys go in the back. You're under arrest for
Wow.
driving without a valid license. You only got an ID card.
Yeah.
Dummy.
So they don't mess around in old Daytona.
Right.
So they, no driver's license here. No driver's license, go to court.
You get your a finger pointed at you and
Yep. The judge will probably not do anything when you get there. They may throw it out. You may be able to go get it in the meantime and get it thrown out. But here they arrest you. And, like I said, he's kind of doing the right thing but not the right way.
right.
And so this is kind of a boring video, right?
No chases, no drugs, no food groups,
No food groups. He didn't resist.
no
He didn't-
crazy mom showing up yelling.
Yeah, he said, hey, step out of the car, turn around, put your hands behind your back. He did everything he
Okay.
was told. Yeah. So pretty boring. Goes on for a couple more seconds, but we'll skip it. But, ultimately, that is what I would consider kind of a normal traffic stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is when I was doing law enforcement and I was pulling people over, I would say 1 out of 3 didn't have a license, didn't have insurance, or expired,
Yep.
plates or whatever. At least 1 in 3, if not every other car I stopped, seemed like. And then here, that's just what cops deal with. They do traffic, they pull you over, you have no license.
And you go to jail.
And, you go to jail there. You don't go to jail
Mhm.
here, that's
Not
for
here.
sure. And in most places, you probably won't go to jail. But anyway, that was Daytona, and that was back in April 17th of this year.
Good job, Daytona.
Yeah, most boring traffic stop ever.
Way to provide our third boring clip.
Third, yeah. First real boring clip. Now the second one, a little less boring, probably for you,
Oh,
because it involves an animal.
was this the beaver?
How'd you even get over here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want it.
What do you even do with this? Bro, go to the water hole.
Water hole?
The water hole.
Come on.
Go on, get.
Don't go to the street hole. Go to the water hole, and so you can see
Come on, Buckies. Let's go.
There's something over there. So this video comes out of Firestone, Colorado.
Somebody just asked me if I saw the beaver that was stopped by the police today, but they couldn't remember where it was. So
This
I'm
just
so
happened.
excited.
This just happened on the 10th of this month.
Oh, we need a beaver. They're so cute.
I don't know. And I'm kind of like, you see this view. So for the visual watchers, not the listeners, but this is a highway next to kind of a swampy-ish waterway.
Retaining pond or something.
Something, reservoir or whatever. There are no trees. So you had to have been like traveling to go find some wood.
Please, sir, do you have some more trees?
Do you have some sticks, please? So he is probably out there looking for some wood.
Just
And
looking to build a dam. He's trying to help
he
the
wants
people.
he wants a dam, and there's no wood over there.
Come on, buddy.
Now that does not work.
No, they got to do the.
Come on, beaver.
No, that doesn't work either.
Oh, dude, look. Dude, never have I ever. Have you ever seen this in your life? I've never seen a beaver. Meow.
No, that doesn't work either.
Oh, we need that sergeant from that other video.
Come on, beaver.
Bark like a dog.
The one that fell down. Oh, that one. No, the turkey.
Oh, I have an idea.
That guy. We need that one.
Come on.
So
This could work.
yeah, so now he's got a traffic cone-ish thing, barrier, and he's banging it on the ground for our audio listeners to try and scare the beaver back towards the water.
Move back.
Bitch, get out of the way. There he goes. It's working.
Oh, baby. He's just a cute little boy.
Got him on the sidewalk.
Almost, buddy.
Look there's no trees. There are no trees near that water.
Yeah, he's like, bitch, I'm trying to get to my tree.
In Firestone, which probably the
It's
majority,
like one tree.
Yeah, like the majority of people ever listening or watching this are going to think or know there are no trees. Firestone is out in the middle of fields.
Yeah.
So beaver needs to go to like a different place.
Yeah.
There's a giant reservoir up there, which maybe he came from.
Maybe.
Definitely not here.
Yeah,
In this video.
dude, we won.
Oh, look at him.
And there he is.
Look at his little face.
And then there, Great Cornholio. I have wood for your bunghole. So for audio people, there's some still photos that show the beaver and the interacting officer of some kind.
I now follow this live stream of these like little orphaned beavers, and they're so cute. So
Is it just like
yeah, they're
a
just like in
camera like facing the dam or whatever?
no, they're like little. It's like a rehab.
Kind
And
of
it's
like your
just-
possum.
Yeah,
Okay.
and sometimes they roll over, and you can see their little bellies. I love it.
All right. Well, now we're
That
gonna,
was not boring. That was
Um,
the most exciting thing that's happened to me today.
and I think most people will find that boring.
For shame,
Animals.
most people.
Animal calls,
I know, they're
like
so cute.
oh, a loose dog. Oh, there's
Yeah,
whatever.
but not a beaver. If it was like a dog or whatever.
Beaver's boring. I mean, you can't pick. You wouldn't probably pick it up. You wouldn't. You might. Wallaby one that was like boring for most people. Interesting for you.
Mhm.
Boring for most people.
Charlie
Charlie bit
with
me.
his mangoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now we're going into another, I wouldn't say boring call
Mhm.
because it had potential. So the call comes in of a suicidal person that they had kind of cut themselves. And so the officer is going to make contact with them. This is based out of Phoenix, Arizona. And because of the video clip that was released, it was edited the way it was edited. I didn't do anything to it. It cuts off the date. So we know it's April of this year, but we don't know what day. And it's going to show the officer interacting with this suicidal male, which in and of itself, not boring,
No,
but
but
it's boring in the sense that this is every day.
yeah. And it's something we've previously touched on, that even the most mundane call can take a turn, and you should never let your guard down,
True. This is true.
because this is what we deal with
Right. This is dealt with all the time.
all day, every day.
I am having a mental health crisis.
You call
This
us?
is every day.
You hurt? Let me see your hands. You cut yourself? Where?
Here.
Huh? What's going on, man?
I'm just going through a lot.
You what?
I'm just going through a lot.
Go ahead and
had
sit
calls
down,
exactly
man. Let's
like
talk,
this.
okay?
Yeah. So now what they're going to do is they're going to mute out the audio. You're not going to hear what they're talking about and different things. I assume at some point he's saying that he wants to hurt himself because, you know, where we operate, I assume they have similar,
Co-responder clinicians or something.
no, but they have similar kind of needs.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to kind of put somebody somewhere, they have to be a danger to themselves or others.
For the M1.
Right. And so he's going to talk to this kid for a minute, and then he's going to determine that this one could
I can take you
voluntarily
down
go.
and you can talk to somebody, man. You have to just sign yourself in down there at the mental health office, and they'll get you some help today, right? Well, you're a little overwhelmed. I get it. You're stressed, man. But you know what? This ain't the way to deal with it, man. Don't hurt yourself, bro. You're doing good, man. You got a job. You're doing good. So what I'm going to do, I'll drive you over to the facility. You can go in there and sign yourself in if you want to voluntarily talk to somebody, okay?
I don't know that a shift went by that I didn't deal with somebody,
Yeah.
you know, some sort of mental health call. And I did CIT training and all that stuff, but, you know, it's not a whole lot of talking off ledges and,
Right.
you know, somebody with a gun to their head or whatever. This is it. This is like 90% of these kind of calls are just, hey, I need help. And you're just talking to them like a person. And then
Yeah.
you take them somewhere or you have them go somewhere.
Well, and it shows how many different hats the police wear. And why do people call the police for, you know, things like this, or the fence that's down, or the property line? Because who always answers the phone?
Right.
Who will
911.
always come and help you?
Yeah. 911 always answers.
24/7.
They may
police
tell
will
you to stop
respond.
calling. You can always answer. If you abuse 911,
Yeah, don't do that. But
they're definitely going to answer and then have more words with you.
yeah, but if you're
Not like this.
having this crisis and
Right.
you don't know what to do or who to contact, yeah, I mean,
Right. This is every day.
every day.
Every day this goes on. And what people don't realize is not all chases and
Mhm.
gunfire and
And
all
it's
sorts
not
of stuff.
police just rolling up, you know, pulling their tasers and gun on people with
Mhm.
mental health calls.
And we saw the other one, you know, on a previous episode where the guy was definitely mental.
Mhm.
You know, something was going on with him. And then he ended up, they got in the scuffle. He pulled out the knife. He stabbed the
Right.
officer, you know, so it's like, that's not all the time. This is all the time.
I can need a hug.
I'm sorry?
Aw, I've given people hugs.
You need a hug? Oh, man, I can give hugs.
Good man right there. Get the right one, get the right on.
You're all right, brother. You're all right.
I've had a lot of people ask for hugs, or like old people in nursing homes having crisis that just want to hold my hand. And
Yeah.
you just do it. 'Cause,
you just do it.
know, sometimes that's what people need.
Sometimes that's it.
And to me, that wasn't boring, because you knew that you helped that person in that moment.
Right. And when I say this is the most boring episode ever.
Yeah.
For people that want to see this content.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
they are going to watch this and go, what the hell is all this crap?
But for us,
This.
it's like, this is like,
All the time.
this is our life.
This is, yeah.
Like,
When I was doing law enforcement, this was all the time.
when I was on patrol, this was
Mhm.
almost every patrol call.
Like I said, every shift. I don't know a shift. I can't imagine that there wasn't one shift. There was not some sort of mental health involvement.
So far, this is like watching a shift, like an actual
This is-
a traffic stop with the dumb kids, some
Mhm.
sort of escaped animal.
Mhm.
No, never a beaver. Once I had a pig and some chickens, and yeah, then this little
And,
pumpkin
well,
that needed a hug.
Suicidal call. And now we're going to go to traffic again, because I wouldn't say the majority of what we've done is traffic, but I would say a lot of what officers do is traffic. I would say it kind of probably varies. If I had a call for a noise complaint, that would go here. If I had a call of a family disturbance where nothing happens, that would go here.
Yep.
They don't release those videos. So now we're going to go to Tampa, Florida, where we're going to see a vehicle that was pulled over going through a construction zone rather quickly. And what happens?
Hey, it's only 55 miles an hour up here. It's all marked from one end of the bridge to the other because of
Yeah,
construction.
dummy.
73 is pushing it a little, even if you're trying to keep up with traffic. We're out here trying to get traffic collectively down, so the worker
I like
guys
that
appreciate
they're
that.
blurred out, but you
Driver's
can
license?
see her in the mirror.
I didn't see that, but that's funny. So this is for our audio listeners. There's a construction zone. The officer has the vehicle pulled over on the side of the road. It is a passenger approach, which you don't often see, although sometimes it works out well.
I mean, if
because,
people are going 73 and a 55, shoot.
right. Yeah. And sometimes it is safer to approach on the passenger side like he does and make that contact. I think you see some good tactics here, some good, leaning forward of the frame of the door as opposed to standing kind of square into it, making yourself a target. You don't know who these people are.
He's not reaching in.
Yeah. And he's calm. He's kind of giving reasons for things. He's also telling them, that we're trying to correct behavior. We're doing these things. And so
Insurance registration, Andy?
let's see what happens.
You are too young to be getting a speeding ticket right now. I'm going to give you a warning. Your parents will appreciate it too because your ticket out here would have been $500. It's all
Dang.
construction.
Now, here, I assume most places, construction zones get double.
Yeah.
So you get your speeding ticket, you could get careless or reckless or, whatever kind of also on there. What did he say? 73 and a 55. So
Yeah.
that's pretty kind of extensive. That's a lot. And so I would say, kid, I don't know if it's kid. He said it's too young. So I assume maybe late teens, early 20s. And yeah, parents probably don't want you getting tickets because it's going to jack up their insurance. It's going to be costly for you. It's going to look bad on your record. So what does he do? He says, I'll give you a warning.
Reasonable.
Construction, everything gets jacked up. All right. So it would have been a huge pain for you. I'm giving you a warning so you don't wreck the whole,
Slow
going ahead.
your roll.
Just slow it down, okay?
Looks like he gave you
All
a
right, have
pamphlet
a
of
good
some
one.
kind too. So
Just a card that says drive better.
learn to drive like you're supposed to and slow down. And so that is a lot of police work. The pulling over and saying, hey, this is why I pulled you over, blah, blah, blah. The person's cooperative. They
Understand.
they don't freak out. They don't, hey, what's this? I know my rights and blah, 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 blah. And they don't become a pain in the ass. They seem cooperative. And what do they get? They get a warning. I'm not saying that happens all the time.
Yeah, sometimes you can't give a warning, but sometimes if you have that kind of situation where it could go either way and they're not like, I wasn't going 73.
Right.
Well, you were.
There was another clip. I took it out for the beaver clip. So I put the animal in, took that one out, and it was a traffic stop where guy was like, yeah, I was going, 50 or 60 and a 50, and the cop starts laughing at him. He was going like 70 something and a 30 something, like double. It was bad. So that guy got a ticket. And this one, they get a warning. I've given probably more warnings than tickets in all my years of doing traffic stops. And the reason for that, and I did DUIs at one point, I'm looking for criminals.
Yeah.
Most cops are looking for criminals. They're going to pull somebody over, small fish, and say, we're going to throw it back. Throw the small fish back. It'll grow. Maybe. Hopefully not, but maybe it'll grow. I'm going to look for the big fish. And what people don't understand, and they seem to think, is quotas and revenue and all these things. It's not what police work is about. It's not what traffic's about.
No.
It's about curbing of behavior. And so if I, back in law enforcement days, had pulled somebody over, hey, this is why I pulled you over. Oh, I totally understand. I was doing this. I was headed home. My kid called and he was upset about something, whatever. And they had kind of a reason. Unlike dummy in the first kind of traffic clip. Oh, someone told me to do a burnout. You know, if they had a good reason, they seem cooperative, they seem whatever, then okay, well, you've accepted responsibility for your actions. You've been cooperative, you've been calm, you've been whatever. I think if I let you go, your behavior has changed.
Right.
If I am done with you and feel like your behavior is not going to change, I pull you over, you argue, you say, no, that didn't happen, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Or, you're kind of nonchalant about it. Yeah, you're probably going to get a ticket.
Yeah, or you see that they have already received a number of tickets for the same thing, and clearly nothing's correcting their behavior.
Right. Then at that point, you've not learned. You need another ticket. Hopefully go see a judge who's going to give you a hefty fine or a penalty of some kind or whatever to kind of make the point get across to you. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is a kind of standard traffic stop that I personally have done countless times. And I would say, I said 1 in 3 maybe didn't have a driver's license insurance. Sometimes even those, I could pull them over. They say, hey, I don't have my insurance. It just expired. I'm getting a new one or whatever. Okay, cool. Park it here. Have a friend take you.
Yeah.
Have something else. I'm just going to give you a warning because I got other stuff to do. I got other calls. I want to find some food groups. I want to do something that I can let you go. And I would say the majority of people I've stopped, most police officers stopped, probably let them go with warnings.
Yeah.
Unless they're a traffic car that is their sole purpose of, 18 traffic stops or, not a quota, but like
self-made goal or whatever.
They set a number like they kind of want to reach or whatever.
Right. They're
shift.
like, how many can I get in my 10-hour shift to be productive and blah, blah.
And again, has nothing to do with quotas, has nothing to do with minimum standards, nothing else. It's just a personal goal or whatever. They may have a zone like that guy, a construction zone that they need to address and make safer. And
So back when we were explorers, my old advisor, if you remember him, told us a story about how he pulled over a lady and she,
toaster.
Yeah. She got all pissed off. She's like, oh, you're just giving me a, ticket because you want to meet your quota. And he said, well, yes, ma'am. When I turn this ticket in, I get my free toaster.
Mm-hmm.
And she complained on him. It was the only complaint he had ever gotten in like 20 plus years of being a law enforcement officer because he was being funny.
Right.
And if you met him, he was like this giant teddy bear of a person that, just a goofball.
Right.
So it's just funny what sets people off.
Right. And it is funny. And you know what? If she had probably shut up, then she probably would have been fine.
Right.
And maybe it wouldn't have been a ticket, whatever, and she would have been fine. So anyway, the very last clip we're going to get into is just an extra clip and it's like 10 seconds long, but it is kind of funny. I think it is boring, but maybe not so boring. So, for the audio listeners here, law enforcement, cops, deputies, troopers, whatever they are, all parked outside of the fire station.
And they put a burial message board
Yeah.
out there that they programmed to say, honk to wake.
Honk to wake up, which I thought was funny.
Firemen sleeping.
Yeah, which I thought was funny because you had talked about waking up in the beginning.
That is funny.
So now here is, and I'll play it one more time because it is very short, but I think it's funny that, boring. So the boring fire department, they're all just sleeping, because they got nothing else to do. So here comes the police who are also bored. I tell you, they would not be out there if they had stuff to do.
Right.
So they are bored too, and they decide to go out there and mess with the firefighters. And we're going to watch that one more time. I think that's funny.
I wish the clip was longer so you could see the firemen come out like in their little skivvies, like, what happened, guys?
They're like wearing onesies and carrying bowls of chili and things. Oh, guys, what are you doing? So
we have to be up early to rescue all those cats from trees.
All those cats. And, what if we don't get our sleep? Then we'll be tired and the cat will fall and we won't catch it. And
Yeah, when we get there and say we can't go in until you guys make it safe.
all right. Funny story. Since we have a little bit of time, this is going to be like not only the most boring episode, but the shortest episode.
Even with all of our side rail rants.
Even with,
All right.
yep, to include this one. But speaking of boring, I went to a call of two brothers fighting in a yard. And when I get there, one brother is attacking the other one, punching him. He's going kind of on the ground. And I get out and I'm like, knock it off. Like I just kind of saunter up there. I'm not running. I'm not screaming. I'm not guns drawn or whatever. But I'm dealing with the two in front of me in the grass, in the yard. And I turn and I look, the fire truck's there. They had gotten there first. And I look, and I kid you not, through the window of the front, the front seat of the fire truck is a firefighter holding an axe like this and freaked out, scared, doesn't want to get out of the fire truck, holding this axe. And these two brothers are fairly large, I wouldn't say Samoan kind of sizing, but fairly, like that, beating each other up. I just let them beat each other up, basically. So they wear each other out because I'm not going to jump on them or whatever. And it's not like they're caving their heads in. They're just wrestling and beating each other up. But there's the firefighter, and I look up again, and he's shaking with this axe. Like, let me have the axe, because you don't need that. And anyway.
Man.
There you go. Episode 20.
20.
Most boring episode ever.
Yep.
And we're probably at like 45 minutes, just short of 50 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Sunburn and all.
Sunburn. Shiny sunburn.
Shiny head sunburn that the viewers get to see. And the audio people are like, what the hell's going on? So if you are an audio listener, you're catching this on Spotify or iHeartRadio or whatever. Spotify should be video. But if you're just listening to it, which I've done, I've listened to podcasts because I'm working, I put an earbud in, and I'm just kind of listening while I do whatever. Go check out the Joe Bob Says. Check out our episode. 3 stars.
4 stars. Check it out.
We got some running totals. Most people are going to be like, what the hell are they talking about? Most people don't know Joe Bob. Joe Bob Briggs.
I don't know. I grew up with Joe Bob starting, as a teenager with old Monster Vision and then The Last Drive-In. And
I mean, the same thing for me. Tales from the Crypt, like all those old shows.
Elvira.
Yeah. And so I highly recommend people look that up. It was canceled on Shudder, which is...
This is their loss because Joe Bob is awesome.
Yeah. So they need to bring it back to so Netflix, if you're listening, you can pick up this podcast as well as Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah, they do have podcasts now on there.
So anyway, somebody probably pick it up, and then it'll be back to its glory of showing B-rated awful movies. Some better than others. They've had some good ones on there, but yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. You should have called this one episode with a bunch of Z's, like we're sleeping.
I see.
Yep.
Maybe make that the
thumbnail.
No, when I do my little teasers.
Oh yeah.
I'll do the previously on episode. And that's going to be the only clip that I play.
So once when I was a brand new baby cop.
We got time.
Okay. And your snoring just reminded me.
Okay.
I got back to the station. I'm like in my first month on my own.
Okay.
And we had this really old sergeant.
Not there anymore.
No.
Okay.
And because he retired, not because of nefarious things.
Right. But we don't want to out somebody that's still there.
No.
Okay.
He's retired.
Okay.
Old. And I'm walking up and I see him in the driver's seat of his cruiser, completely passed out.
At the station.
Yeah. In front of the station in our back lot. And I was like, oh no.
Is he dead?
Is he dead?
Probably.
I'm like, do I red button this? what do I do? And I'm like slowly watching him, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. He does not look like he's moving or breathing. And then he, rustled a little bit. I was like, okay, we're good. Then I knocked on his window. I'm like, hey, I thought you were dead. He just laughed and then went back to sleep.
That's good. I mean, at least he's at the station.
Yeah.
He's not driving around. I've known people that roll up to a stop sign, fall asleep, and then they get woken up like 6 hours later. A shifter over. And so at least he was not that.
No.
So yeah, he's not on a call. He's not putting people in danger. I don't advocate sleeping.
No, he was like 100 years old.
Yeah.
So
I probably don't also think 100-year-old cops are probably a good idea.
He might have only been like 30.
He might have
street years.
he might have been 98. But, he had a body of 100 and a brain of a 200-year-old. Clearly. So anyway, that's the episode. Next week's episode will be different. It will be way more exciting.
Animals?
No.
Oh.
We did the animal one.
I know. I just like them.
Yeah. And it'll be way more exciting. And we'll catch everybody next week. We'll get this one uploaded. We'll look forward to the next one. And hopefully, I'm doing some new work recently. So hopefully everything pans out and we've got time and everything else. And we'll make it happen. I don't want to miss a single episode every week.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else to add?
Nope.
Alrighty. Catch you later, guys.